So I've literally only had about 15 minutes to warm up with this thing. With my son was here a little bit ago, and he was like, he has no clue about this game, so he's like, show me how you play it. And I was doing terrible, of course, even though it's not even that hard of a game. Just have to get back into the swing of things.
All these games seem very hard. Wow.
So how are things going over on the other side of the pond? As bad as they are here?
Yeah.
I think I saw you post one morning, you were like out, and do they have like police officers patrolling to make sure you stay in or something?
I mean, there are generally policed around in general, not like on every single corner or anything.
I mean, is it like a curfew deal, like where they try to tell you to go back in, or are you allowed to like go on walks and stuff?
I think if you spend time, I can ask you, you know, if you have a reason to be outside or something like that, like people who are coming to and from work or something.
Do they have like the giant police hats are like, hey mate, you can't be walking around this time of hour.
First up, that would be the Queen's Guards.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. No. Like they have the giant bucket hats, not the.
Oh, you're talking about the constables, like the old constables.
Yeah, sort of like that.
They don't wear those hats.
Helmet-looking hats, right?
Like helmet-looking hats, and then they have the I don't know, hot fuzz-looking uniforms.
It's not the 60s anymore.
Yeah. I love it.
They're like, oi mate, you can only be out for some tea.
You can only be out for some tea.
You're a man of the world, Pat.
I know, I'm very, very worldly.
You're very globalized.
I don't know.
You will find out if you're out for some coffee, then you're fucked. So.
Yeah, no coffee, tea only. Final destination,
yes.
Fox.
I'm sorry, I swear. What's the deal with swearing on this stream?
You know.
And if you do it,
you have an allowance. You have like an allowance.
Oh, okay.
You get like 3. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
I didn't mark it for kids. I did not say that it was a stream for kids, so I think you're good.
It's not suitable for children. But I got Neo Z 1964 saying he just got home from work in Jersey, so it was good timing. So glad you can join us from your work in Jersey. Hopefully it's a bit away from Camden and more towards central Jersey.
This is a Clockwork Night after dark.
Yep. Carl Lavery said I'm from the UK, and we can go for walks or a drive if you're in England.
Cool.
Yes.
So I'm glad we sorted that one out.
Yeah, it's different all around here. I mean,
I got tased last week.
In San Diego, people are walking around without masks. I mean, people are going on jogs without masks, and I'm just looking at them like, okay.
Wait, are you supposed to wear masks when you go outside?
Well, you should. It's not ideal if you're a jogger wearing a mask, but at the same time, if you're jogging, you're most likely to spray particles because your breath expels like way more than 6 feet when you're breathing that heavy.
Because I've been jogging every day and going to stores and not wearing masks. I thought that was like a sick thing.
Well, I mean, it depends on what your state says, though, too.
It's gonna stop you getting it so much and spreading it so much, so it decreases the percent of the chance.
Crazy times.
Yeah.
I'm just watching the Clockwork Night opening while we discuss COVID-19.
That's right.
Yeah.
I bet they don't have that in the Clockwork world.
Does YouTube have like a filter where it picks up that word and then like dumps your video?
No, we go live. We're on the front page with CNN and Fox or I don't know, the BBC, BBC One, and what is it?
We're on Infowars.
Infowars.
Is ITV on YouTube? Do they broadcast?
Yes, sometimes I think.
I gotcha. Because we gotta get all the British ones, because we got BBC, ITV, Sky News. What else we got? BBC 3, BBC 4, BBC 5, BBC
Fair.
8.
There's no BBC 5.
There is no BBC 5. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's like 25 BBCs, because there's BBC. I know there's BBC 1, and there's BBC 2 and BBC 3.
and there's BBC Four.
Let's
Is
have
there actually a BBC Four?
Yes.
What do they broadcast on there?
Yeah, let's have the Brit educate us on what channels there actually are, rather than the Arizonian.
Well, I got all
I'm
of them.
enjoying
I
this.
just
That
messed
we have
up the
25
BBC.
BBCs.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's 25 BBCs.
When I went there, though, my favorite channel, when I was visiting last, my favorite channel was called Dave. And I think you can guess why.
Is it because it featured Dave?
No, it's just the channel. It was my entire channel on Dave.
Dave channel.
It was Dave. That's how they say it.
Dave, mate.
You know what channel I'm talking about, right?
I mean, it could have also been dedicated to Dave Gilmore.
No, I think it's just like a. I just think it's like a comedy
All
channel.
Daves. All Daves all the time.
Oh, Dave? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you're talking
The
about.
channel,
Yeah.
Dave.
I don't know
They
why it's
renamed
called
that to George now. It's been.
Oh, maybe.
It's
Yeah, maybe.
George, okay.
Yeah, maybe they renamed it. It ran its course. There's only so many
Yeah,
things.
Ran out of
That's kinda
Dave to
cool.
broadcast.
Is it just me, or are there a lot of like people in the retro game community named Dave? It's almost kind of annoying.
Yes.
And I mean, my name is
It's
Dave.
almost as if that was the popular name at the time.
Yeah, I don't know what's maybe, or people just can't come up with anything original. I don't know.
I think
Yeah.
probably during a certain era, that was a very popular voice
I
name.
guess so.
I
Or
just wish there was
Peter,
more
or
Patricks,
Peter for
but-
that matter. Yeah.
So maybe I gotta go to Ireland to get the Patrick channel
The
or
Patrick.
Yes.
the Podrag channel. You know.
The Paddy channel.
It'd be the Patrick channel. Yeah, they would
Yeah.
be. You'd have to say it with an Irish accent. No,
I guess.
I guess.
I guess.
All right.
That's more
that's
Sean
American.
Connery.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so have we shared this out? Are we ready to go?
I did.
People going to be joining.
I did,
thinking, what
Dave.
the-
People are like,
We got,
what?
like, 7
That's it.
people.
We're dropping off. All right. And
You
you
got
got
7 cool people in here.
you got 7 cool people.
It's better than having 0 cool people in here.
You're discriminating.
All right. All right. So
Well, I mean, there's there's 8 now, so we got 8 cool people.
all right. So let me begin by saying hi, guys. This is Saturn Dave, or just Dave. We've got Patrick, our lead host from Sega Saturn Shiro podcast, and we've also got Tongara Peter O'Hanlon, who's like Mr. Clockwork Knight himself. He's the gentleman who dumped Clockwork Knight Puzzle to the public. He's the dude who runs clockworkknight.com. It's on a hiatus, but it is coming back soon, barring all of this BS that's going on in the world. I mean, I guess once we get all that sorted out, you guys will have an archival repository of all things Clockwork Knight. But yeah, in celebration of the 25th anniversary of the US Saturn launch, which I know might seem arbitrary to you guys in UK or anybody in Japan who might be watching this stream, which is I'm sure nobody. But it's arguably the most infamous console launch in history due to the shenanigans of Sega of America. So without further ado, we are having a little fun with Clockwork Knight here, which was a launch title. One of the few launch titles we got with the Saturn. I don't know about you guys, but I actually think that the Saturn's launch was fairly decent. Like
I mean, there weren't any bad games.
compare it
besides
to
Pebble
like
Beach Golf.
compare it to other Pebble Beach Golf. That game's awesome.
I don't know. I just like it for I guess the memes that
Yeah,
Pandemonium spawned.
Oh yeah,
From Clockwork.
I feel like it's a classic. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those B film kind of things, so bad it's good. But
It kind of reminds me of Neo Turf Masters, except not.
screw you. Neo Turf Masters is way better.
That's what I just said. I said Pebble Beach Golf reminds me of Neo Turf Masters, except not as good.
Oh, it doesn't even remind me of Neo Turf Masters.
It kind of has that I guess the 3D the live action guy.
Well, it's got Craig Stadler in it. Yeah, it's all digitized graphics.
That's what I meant, like the digitized graphics.
It reminds me of those Microsoft golf sims that you used to see in the mid '90s in like the airports and stuff. Like whenever you'd go to like there'd be like one of those golf shops with all the
you
like
mean like
over
the golden tee.
yeah
with the giant ball on the end of it.
stuff like that. Yeah.
God, I hate those machines. Those are the bane of my existence. Like buying arcades. Like every other arcade is a stupid golden tee machine. Sorry, I didn't mean to go off topic on that.
No, you're fine. I'm playing now,
every time I
so.
see Golden Tee, it's like 25 arcade machines of Golden Tee and one Miss Pac-Man for $1,500. So.
Yeah.
Bad memories. But the Golden Tee game itself is pretty fun.
Golden Tee is pretty fun. It's got that like roller trackball. I don't. Why are we talking about Golden Tee?
Because we brought up the launch games, and I said Pebble Beach Golf featuring Craig Stradler.
Oh yeah, well, you know.
And how it wasn't as good as.
It reminds me of those. It reminds me of all of those games in the '90s that had the digitized graphics.
Yeah. No, that was a big thing, and this actually, speaking of that this game Clockwork Knight actually looks like it has that, like the pre-rendered graphics for the models.
Well, yeah, it's got a sprite for Pepper Chow, but it's got 3D graphics for. I can't get to that thing. Do I need to go over here?
Is that what the character's name is? Pepper Chow?
His name is Sir Tungara de Pepper Chow the Third, I think.
Oh, that's why his name's Tungara.
Yeah,
gotcha.
But yeah, that's why Peter goes by Tungara, because.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I really wish you would have corrected me before when I started calling him the Night Guy.
It's okay. I like letting you make a fool of yourself. No, I'm just kidding.
That's my job.
That's fair. That's
Mr. Night Guy and his best friend, that do or do not know if he has a mustache or not as well.
Now, I'm not that good at this game, but that doesn't mean that I don't enjoy it. Actually, I think that goes for every game that I play.
Yeah, that's pretty much me too.
That's pretty much.
That's the general consensus with Shiro.
So I don't know how much delay there is too. Oh, I should have turned around fast.
It's not much. I think it's like a couple seconds.
Yeah, so then I don't know if Peter can give me any pointers. Any pointers from Peter?
Yeah, don't mess up.
Okay, K. Did I get it? No, I got an R. They keep changing you're supposed to do like this jump and land on the letter that's missing, but it keeps changing up, so I never do well at that.
Yeah. This game's pretty fun though.
It's a lot of fun. So
like, I
it's short.
try it out.
The biggest criticism that people give it is just that it's short and feels like it's unfinished, which of course makes perfect sense because it is unfinished. So yeah, it is short. But if you play...
So was this made by a Japanese or US studio?
This was made by Japan, Sega of Japan. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, this was an SOJ title? I thought it was some third-party thing.
Oh no. What specific, Peter, if you can speak to this, what specific studio was it?
Whoa.
No? Not off the top of your head?
No, he said whoa, he actually just left the chat and came back.
Oh.
Yeah, my connection messed up. So.
Oh, okay. Well, no worries. Do you know what development team this was?
It's CS3.
CS3. Oh.
I forgot the actual name of it.
I always miss this jump. Let me see if I can get it.
Gotcha. Yeah, we were just saying how cool this game is. Well, how interesting it looks and how you kind of want to. At least I want to try it out for sure.
It's my like before Klonoa as a 2.5D game, which I'm a big Klonoa fan.
Dude, I'm Klonoa army.
But this was like the OG 2.5D, because I mean, yeah, it isn't very isometric. Well, it isn't isometric at all, but it definitely has 3D elements to it, because as you can see, you've got like the cereal boxes falling on top of you and stuff. And
look
what?
There was on the block on the thing. It said look.
Oh yeah. So yeah, there'll be blocks that say walk, and I guess there's some kind of a clue that you should walk instead of run or something.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
I usually don't pay that any attention. I just.
Wow. Does that mean Wario's confirmed? Wow.
I when I was a kid, definitely, because when you're a kid, a lot of people get told about like, toys coming to life at night. So when I first played this, I must have been like 5 or 6, so it was still kind of a cool little thing to believe, like, oh, toys come to life at night, and it had adventures like this. So I always thought that was kind of interesting and just.
Oh, very.
how it looks.
Did you ever
and
set up
sounds.
levels for your toys so like you did like this sort of on your bookshelf?
No.
Oh.
He's like, I didn't go that deep.
Yeah, I'm not. I might be a loser, but I'm not that kind of guy.
I mean, I
There's
totally
a
didn't
limit,
do that.
man.
Speaking
I
of
don't do that at all.
speaking of the inspiration for this game, I think Pixar's Tin Toy might have been a likely inspiration, but definitely not Toy Story, right? Because would have been in development at the same time, and
Yeah,
came
so,
out before, right? Came out before, or
it did come out before, about 11 months before, from what I
yeah.
remember.
So it's possible that it was inspired by the Tin Toy short.
I think they were definitely inspired by Pixar's like 3D animation shorts and stuff.
Everybody
They were very
what?
popular.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of is the actually 2D Toy Story game on the Genesis and Super Nintendo. That actually, I think it was on Super Nintendo, that had that same view, that isometric, the pre-rendered sprites.
Yes. Now it's my time to shine. The developer of the game, the programmer John Burton, actually played Clockwork Knight and decided to make the Toy Story game look like that because of it.
That's pretty funny, especially that it came on the Genesis when
Okay, I'm gonna die
Saturn
here.
was still alive.
Yeah, because he played Clockwork Knight. I think he must have had a Japanese copy at the time or something. And he thought to himself, I wonder if I could recreate that on the Sega Genesis. So he went ahead and did it.
Oh, we are talking about the Toy Story game, right?
Yes.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention, but yeah.
Yeah,
Fighting
but
Dandy Bob.
Which
kind of sad it didn't come out on the Saturn though. It's actually kind of funny because I'm actually working on a video about the Sega kiosks, like a spoilers
Right.
that people. And one of the things I thought was interesting is that they actually made the kiosks in a way where it could be interexchanged. It was interexchanged between both the Saturn and the Genesis Sega channel, and then actually a Genesis kiosk as well.
Oh, I
So
suck again.
and it was promoted at the same time, and I was actually gonna point out how I didn't really think it was really I think it was probably a bad idea to do something like that because it kind of took away from the Saturn's sort of promotion.
So
And they're
Peter,
still trying.
sorry, Pat, to interrupt you, but what's Soltia is her name? Is it Soltia?
Yeah.
What is the host girl, the one that has a crush on you, right? She's like a candlestick or something?
She's a perfume bottle.
Oh, she's a perfume bottle. Okay. So what's the goal here? It's about to open these boxes and show me a preview.
You either need to get the coins,
Yeah.
the crowns, or you need to get a 1-up. If you get the clown face,
Right.
then you will lose your coin.
Okay, I just wagered
like, your
10.
massive win.
Okay, so there's the coins. I'm watching them. That's so trippy.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's this one, but I am not sure. Oh,
We're gonna find out.
yes. So wait, I spent 10 coins and I won 1 coin? Is that right?
I think if you bet and you win, I don't think you lose your coins that you bet. It's only if you lose, I think you lose them.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, we got some comments here.
I'm gonna double my luck. We'll see.
Oh, the Wiener still says, it sure is cool. I should give it a go in the next few days, but first I gotta play more shmups in Tate mode,
Okay.
which I can approve of.
Yeah, shmups and tate mode. You can't go wrong there.
Yeah, I think
I'm sure
Carlo's
peop-
saying that. Yeah. Oh.
What is he saying?
Oh, you're just saying I gotta pick this up in its sequel up too. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the two games together, which they released a compilation in Japan of the two games together, so it's a little more seamless. And really, that's what anybody ought to do is just sit down and play them both together to experience the real intent, you know.
and
Yeah,
then you gotta play the rare prototype as well to get the real intent.
I think it's worth playing. I think Clockwork Knight Puzzle is fun. It's a lot of. It reminds me of Choo Choo Rocket. It reminds me of what would go on to inspire Choo Choo Rocket.
Yeah, if you don't play puzzle, you'll never understand the game, the rest of the series. It's necessary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what this game kind of reminds me of is a Toy Commander on the Dreamcast a bit.
Yeah, I did like that game when I was a kid, so that's.
Yeah.
Kevin's room. This is the one with the train. This one gets me every time. Oh wait, no, maybe this isn't the one with the train.
It is the one with the train.
It is.
Room.
Okay, yeah.
The Darjeeling. So you've got toy tea bags.
Oh yeah. So you get teabagged a lot. That joke fell flat. Hello? Did I lose you guys?
Joke? What
no,
joke?
I was replying to somebody in the chat.
Oh, never mind. I made a bad joke about teabagging and you guys didn't get it.
Oh man, this is Xbox Live.
Yes. No, not even Xbox Live. Like when I was working for Sony back in the day as like a game tester, online tester, we'd have I'd be teabagged by 12-year-olds on the Ratchet and Clank games online. And I mean, it's like, why am I? No, man. It was like Ratchet and Clank online. Yeah.
I didn't know there was a Ratchet online game.
No,
yeah, no, the later ones. So, funny story. When I went to work for Sony and the PlayStation 3 had just come out, and it was brand new. I was a grunt, so I had to do like PlayStation 2 support, while like the guys who had worked there longer got to do like MotorStorm and
Seems like you got the better end of the deal. MotorStorm really sucked.
Well, yeah, they were doing MotorStorm, but they were also doing that Resistance game and a few other.
You definitely had the better.
You definitely had the better.
Too.
So yeah, no, but you have like online support is not like debugging. It's really boring. You're just filling out a sheet that yes, I can add a buddy, I can remove a buddy, I can I can host a game, I can join a game. You're going through like this daily checklist to make sure that all the online functionality works, right? And then you have to basically join rounds of the game, and you just get these like 12-year-olds who are like practiced veterans and they just totally waste me every time. Well, yep. I missed that opportunity, I guess.
Well, welcome to playing online. I mean,
oh yeah,
I mean, it's like every 12-year-old's gonna wreck you when you're like 20, 30, and it's like, yeah, you're just like, you play it like once in a blue moon after work.
Exactly.
And you just get destroyed by the 12-year-old that's headshotting you from halfway across the map.
But then once I worked there for a couple months and got my badge of honor or whatever, they put me on MLB The Show, and I was so good at that game. In fact, I was so good that I got death threats. They were like, "I'm gonna come to your house and kill you."
Were you repping the Padres?
Oh, you know it. Yeah, I mean, it's a San Diego-made game. I have to rep the Padres.
Did you only play the Padres, or did you actually play different people, or was it exclusively the Padres?
No, I'd play all sorts. Like if it was a Boston fan, I'd play the Yankees just to get their goat and then beat them.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, but no, I mean, it used to be that game was made by 989 Studios, which was a San Diego studio. Until it was bought out by Sony, and it continues to be a Sony-made game. My brother-in-law does the sound design for those games.
That's pretty sweet. Did he work at 989?
He did, yes. And
you know if he did any work with Siphon Filter?
He very possibly could have. I don't know that. What am I supposed to do here, Peter? I forget this guy. Like,
what?
Can you see who I'm fighting right now? Yeah, he just.
Okay, yeah. So you hit him. I can't
jump on top of him.
Duck down and you so stab him like 3 times, then duck down and stab him.
In his shield? Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah, hit him 3 times, and then duck down and hit him.
Yeah, I'm getting a comment from Carl Levy saying he bought more Saturn games this year than any other system. So,
dude, this guy.
Cheers to you, man.
Okay. Hit him, duck down, and I'm not getting.
Hit him 3 times.
Hit him 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh.
And then you can duck. There you go.
Thank you. I would not have figured that out. It's been a long time. The truth is, yeah. I have so many Saturn games, and I've been playing a lot more Japanese games lately than US games. So like right here. Well, I go on and on about how good this game is, but I haven't played it in a really long time, to be completely honest, because there's just so much else to play. especially with the podcast. Tut tut. It looks like rain. Right?
Yeah.
Tut, tut. Or is that like the same thing as like tisk tisk?
Yes, it's like tisk.
But a tisk is kind of like not as good as a tut. I'm sorry. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Boy, mate, cheers.
You died.
What's our equivalent to tut tut or tisk tisk? I guess just like a.
Yeah.
Too bad. Sucks to be you.
Yes, I am.
This guy's on top of my head.
Say to me, boy.
I think I might have gotten locked in here.
Something like, what is your major malfunction? Or something like that. Probably be.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Hey.
What's your major malfunction?
That was a good American accent right there.
You're a good.
Where's that from? I remember that.
Decent.
I just won this from a game.
You're welcome. You're stuck with the toy above you.
I'm stuck with. Am I now?
Oh, you got locked in. Yeah, you got locked in above.
Oh,
so
yeah, I did.
Well, did you get soft locked?
Wow.
Did you just get soft locked?
No. I got out of it. You guys are way behind on the stream. How far behind? See now.
Way behind.
I'm at the part where you're stuck in the elevator and you're soft locked.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, Facebook stream is like way faster than this. Like you guys are about 5 minutes behind.
You can change the latency.
Okay.
On YouTube, but it can cause a lot more, like not exactly skipping, but it can.
Well, like
cause a lot more pausing on the stream.
How's the quality? That's what I want to know. Like, how's the current stream quality?
Quality is so far.
Yeah, I'll just stick with it. And you guys can see how bad I sucked like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, we're making fun of you.
That's fine. I get it.
But anyways, yeah, no.
What's a Saturn Dave stream without like less than decent gameplay?
I mean, it wouldn't be a
lackluster
game if there's technical issues, so you're already failing on that end because it's been really good.
Yeah.
The core tenets of a Saturn Dave stream are fail, gameplay, and technical difficulties, which is why I will never be a professional streamer. But it's fun to do this stuff, nonetheless.
You went out of two, and we get decent audiences out of this, so it's
and then
we get a lot of comments though, like a ton.
Oh, good. You guys should answer some.
Yeah, we got Neo Zed saying I just use an ODE now, which I agree with. I've been using that.
Which ODE? Which one? I'm curious.
Yeah, Neo Zed, let us know what your ODE is. So he didn't say which one specifically. Guac Fahi said you can also buy reproductions. I mean, you can, but if you want like to play a ton of games, you probably just want to get an ODE or something, or burn some CDs.
Yeah.
Because reproductions is viable, but like getting a ton of them is kind of
like why?
costly.
Yeah, exactly. I can understand getting one or two that are like special or something like that, but going crazy on reproductions. You what?
Just one.
Just one? Oh yeah, you have the one I made.
Yeah, I do.
That's right.
It's a treasured gift.
But see, you also have the real deal. You have the actual disc with the image. Say what now?
Who wants that when you've got a reproduction? Gosh.
Yeah, I know. Who wants the real deal?
It looks better. Was it your reproduction is like a CD with a couple markings on it?
Yeah, just a CD with marker. Yeah.
What am I missing here? Why is this so hard? I just did this today.
Yeah, I have the same thing. It's like playing under pressure and talking to people at the same time. It kind of changes the dynamic.
Oh yeah,
need
totally.
To use the 999 lives cheat.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, there's a reason why I don't play fighting games online is because I get super distracted, and I'm always super focused.
Oh, this is cool. That little monkey bowls all these guys down. I love it.
So I'll never be a professional game streamer.
You're not allowed to. Mama said no.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Peter. First of all, I'm glad that I got to finally talk to you outside of Facebook. And then also just because it's nice to have somebody from across the pond also who is like the Clockwork Knight expert.
The Clockspert.
The Clockspert. Our other Peter Malik is not feeling well, but I don't think he has COVID. Don't worry.
Sad.
Clockwork.
I don't know if did I bring it up on the podcast that I got it?
You did.
Okay.
You were like laid out
Okay.
flat for like 3 weeks, right? Oh, your voice has
Yeah.
bounced back. That's good.
Yeah, I still lost a bunch of octave. Like I can't hit the falsetto I used to be able to.
Pat sound. If you guys listen to the latest podcast, which is the 25th anniversary celebration, Pat sounds like he sounds like Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My voice sounds so bad on that one, so I excuse my voice on that cast.
Noochie boochies.
I saw you went for the L at the end there.
Yeah. Wow, you are behind.
Dave always goes for the L.
I go for the L. So appropriate. Oh.
But yeah, NeoZ said he has a mode order and he has a Phoenix I'm gonna sell. I think he means, I don't know what the Phoenix is. Is that like the Fenrir or something?
Phoenix? Is he talking
I don't know
about
what Phoenix ODE is?
Phoebe?
Oh, Phoenix. Yeah,
he
Phoebe
He
maybe.
might mean Phoebe. It says Phoenix though, so he might have meant
I'm
Phoebe.
gonna sell the Phoenix.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
what
gonna
he's
sell the
talking about.
Phoenix.
Yeah, no, he probably means a Phoebe. So he's
Yeah.
gonna sell that. He has the mode ordered.
The mode odored.
The mode.
How much odor?
Motored. It motored.
He's gonna moog sim.
He's gonna Jay-Z swap his Saturn.
Jay-Z swamp.
Shut up.
Oh man.
But,
Saturn's got 99 problems, but Clockwork Knight ain't one.
Hey, hit me.
Seriously.
Yeah. Guac Fatih said, any updates on a Princess Crown translation? And I know that they're still working on it, but I think
Yeah.
since our last fanlation, there was no update.
Come on. I can't get the helicopters while I'm moving.
What you should be doing is jumping on those, the little posts you have to push open. You should
Okay.
be jumping on those and jumping the platforms. That's you got to do expert mode.
So you don't try to bowl them over. You just jump. You jump on them.
Yeah.
See now. I promise you I did so much better at this morning. That sounds like every time I'm like, I promise you I did better before. I did. I was like,
I swear, guys.
it's always like that. I'm always like, okay, when I was warming up, I should have just been live then. Because I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be no problem, no sweat. And then this is how
now
it
you've
goes.
got pressure.
Yeah, well, it's not even pressure. It's just stupidity on my part. Yeah, no, I am going to need that 99 lives code because I'm down to 1 here.
You have 999 chances.
Seriously. But it's still fun.
It's
you know, I don't want anybody to think that it's like for lack of good controls because the controls feel tight. It's really me, like, not knowing where certain platforms are, not having memorized this thing.
Yeah, that's something that always confused me when I read people's complaints about Clockwork Knight. It's like, oh, the controls feel like this. And it's
Oh
like,
no, the controls are...
Maybe in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But, you know.
They have their own... I mean, they're not... It's not like every other platformer you've ever played. They have their own character to them, but they're definitely tight. I would say that if you're going into this expecting it to be like a Donkey Kong Country, it's not the same, but it still feels good when you get the hang of it. I think for me, it's just like, yeah, I'm making poorly timed jumps where it's just okay. So like the helicopters, for example, I have a really hard time getting them on the move. Like I have to not be moving in order to get them successfully, and they come at you. So that's really tough when they're coming at you. But
yeah, they fly at you and just you're trying to avoid them.
So you're supposed to be able to run and attack them, and I know I can do it. I can, like, I've tested that ability. I know that it's there, but I can't ever pull it off when I'm actually trying to go up against one of those.
Yeah.
So yeah. This is probably good, though, because this is probably how everybody else who experiences this game for the first time is going to play it and think.
Yes, I agree.
They're going to be like, oh, this game's weird. No, but it's a lot of fun. Trust me, I'm still having fun.
He says as he cries himself.
He says, it's no fair. Okay, so where am I going now? So now we're going to this. Who's the
I'm
dude
back,
with
guys.
the?
Hopefully you guys weren't asking for me. I had to.
We were like, where the hell is this guy?
Who's the dude with the hair that looks like an 18th century judge?
What color was his armor?
He's red. Yeah, he's red.
Red.
I'm fighting him.
That's Tongara's. That's the main character's father.
Oh, that's his father. Okay, so that's Sir Tongara,
Yes.
the second.
That's Onion.
Okay, I've got one sprocket, and there's no way I'm gonna beat this robot.
I believe in you, Dave.
You shouldn't.
Yeah, but I'm your friend, so I have to.
You can use those enemies to.
That's
throw
misplaced trust. Okay, so he's flying. He's coming at me. Okay, you use the.
He looks like a Power Ranger, like a Megazord.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, it's like a
and I'm dead.
Kind of thing. But his name's Double Jetta. So.
Oh, okay. Got it. Come on. Bam. Okay.
You cut off a little bit. I thought you said. You cut off for a little bit. I thought you said Henrietta. I was like, damn, that's.
No, yeah, his name's Henrietta.
His name's Henrietta.
He doesn't subscribe to social constructs. Don't worry about it. So yeah, his name's Double Jetta.
Don't assume his gender, just because he's.
Don't.
No, I said he had a very British name. I didn't assume the gender.
I'm just giving you a hard time, Pat. Like I care.
And the first boss was called Dandy Bob. Was the name of the first
Dandy
boss.
Bob.
No, come on. Okay, here goes. Oh no, I threw it at nobody. Darn it. There we go.
Threw it at nobody.
Yeah, I threw it in the wrong direction. I had it.
Oh, that happens all the time.
But I'm doing okay, I think. Wait, I shouldn't say that.
Steve.
I shouldn't say that I'm doing okay.
I mean, it's the first boss, Dave. You can get this. I mean, it's not like it's like.
Okay, so you gotta pick these up.
Yeah, this is the second boss.
Yeah, this is just the second boss.
Okay.
I should have. And I'm almost dead.
In the background, where all those broken toys are on the desk, some of them are unused toys, like from prototype versions.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I mean, they had to read his assets somehow. I mean, once
He
they
just
pre-rendered it.
Punched my ass. Killed me.
Exactly. Once they're they're like, oh, well, what are we gonna do with all this? Just like, oh, well, let's put it in the background.
Yeah, I'm just gonna read some comments. Neo Zed said you sound a lot better, Pat. Thank you. I feel a lot better. That was like the worst I've ever felt being sick. So a pro tip from the Sega Saturn Shura crew: don't get COVID.
Oh yeah, don't do that. That's not even a good idea.
Yeah, it's a pro tip.
Pat did it.
Yeah,
this is the COVID FAQ.
Yeah, don't get it. That's the big thing. You want to get it, don't.
Well, our road ends here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. Oh, I have a continue. Yes. Why?
Yeah, but you gotta start at the beginning of Kevin's room.
Do I?
So yeah.
Kevin's home, and you just all fall on the ground.
Kevin's home. Actually, it might be the same level. I'm sure it's you start at the beginning of Kevin's room.
Well, good. I have a chance to redeem myself, or not.
Gotcha. But the Poro Power said need to make the Sony TV a different brand considering the Saturn's history.
No, man, that's my PVM.
I was never hated on electronics.
Yeah, like you can't help the fact. So I've thought about that because somebody else made that same comment, and I was like, "Who are we kidding?" Though half of us probably were playing our Sega Saturns on a Sony TV, and we still are. You know what I'm saying? Like Pat plays his Saturn on a BVM. So like, no, I'm not I may be a fanboy, but I'm not like an uber. I hate Sony. I had a PlayStation back in the day.
JVC broadcast monitor, Dave.
No, So, funny thing is, when I first did this, that sucked because I was thinking too much about what we were talking about. But you're like, sure, that's what it was. When I first made this overlay, I did have like a Shiro brand TV, and I just thought it was kind of silly. I was just like, no, I'm just gonna make it a BVM so that people.
Yeah, everything's gotta be Shiro.
Right? Yeah, it doesn't.
It says
I'll get a Sony logo, like a Shiro parody, and get that laser cut and shove it in front of my TV.
If anything, if I could, okay, so I would make a new. That sucked, dude. I just want to get out of this. I just want to get out of this nightmare. I'm doing so bad. If this was Nights into Dreams, I'd be kicking its ass, but
well, it's not.
It's not. So yeah, I have to get my ass kicked. And I'm not even gonna try. I'm gonna escape.
Just run.
I'm just gonna run. Yeah. This is like Jurassic Park for me.
Just speed running.
I'll speed run through it. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, if I could get a Hitachi, if I could get like a good image of a Hitachi monitor, you know, I'd go that route with the widescreen Hitachi.
You want to get a Hitachi?
Does Hitachi make a BV?
They made a high vision widescreen CRT for the Saturn.
Tell me about that.
He's getting a Hitachi massager.
A Hitachi massager?
Yeah. One.
Oh god damn. Those tea bags.
Yeah, this is definitely not for kids stream.
Well, the tea bags, it's not for kids. Guys, help.
Yeah, but I guess for you that don't know, the Hitachi High Vision's like the equivalent of the analog HD TV back in the day. It still had like lines. There was like 1,000 lines, but it was equivalent of like 1080p, or I think a little bit less than that.
No, it was still standard def. Like 240p would look great on it. And it had a proprietary terminal on the front that accepted the Saturn's audio video output. So it was like RGB direct with a proprietary cable. I would love to have one of those, but they're like probably rarer than horse. What's the term?
Is it like just like a reverse Saturn cable?
It is. Yeah, it's like a reverse Saturn cable, but it's RGB. You could
probably wire one of those up pretty easily.
You probably could. Now, yeah, well, the cable. No, I'm talking about the TV that's rare. The cable you can get for like. No, you could probably get the cable cheap or make one, but it's the TV itself that's rare.
You'd probably have to import that. That's probably Japan only.
Oh, absolutely. And even then, it was rare. It's in that perfect guide, that perfect Saturn perfect guide or whatever. So.
Yeah, and even like any high vision technology is either easily in the thousands. I know one of the big ones is the laser disc players for high vision.
Oh yeah.
Easily those are in the thousands range, if not more.
So do those use Muse? Do they use Muse for the compression?
Yeah.
That's how it's working.
And it's a high vision disc.
I got you.
I think you actually need a Muse decoder on top of the laser disc as well. So it's kind of crazy. I think it takes component out too, I believe. I watched a Techmoan video on it. I think he might cover it a little bit better than I can explain it.
Mm-hmm.
As he actually owned one and used one, and it looked okay. It definitely wasn't.
Video content.
Yeah, he makes some really great content. Go watch Techmoan if you haven't watched him.
Yeah.
I think all three of us watch him, right?
Not a paid sponsorship, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, no, he and he really covers everything. Like, I mean, he covered prison TVs just a little bit ago. He covers, mini disc, cassette, laser disc. But I also like technology connections because he covers like those. I don't think Techmoan has done the video on vinyl, or maybe he has. I'm not sure.
He did a short segment of it for Laserdisc, but you're talking about the big guy with the stuff in the background. Yeah, I love that guy's videos. Yeah,
he does a great job too. And LGR.
He did. Yeah, LGR is good. Thinking, who else is there out there that does that sort of stuff?
8-bit guy does stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I was about to mention him. 8-bit guy.
There's some really good stuff. There's a Scottish guy. Damn it. This train is going to be the death of me. And I only have one life left. I really need to do the lives cheat. You got to tell me how to do that.
I put all the cheats online. Hold on.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not looking at it right now.
I think it's up, up, down, down, left, right, BA start.
Yeah, that's the cheat. There we go. Stop. This guy is just making up stuff.
Oh, he does that all the time. It takes a while to get used to it. Actually, it takes a while to tune him out.
Yeah, I'm an expert.
I used to at first it tripped me up, all the random BS that Pat would spit out, and after a while I just learned how to tune it out.
Yeah, that's pretty much how all my friends do it. It's like I'm just tired of interacting with this man.
No, I love it. Don't get me wrong. It's always fun listening back to a podcast and getting.
Planning for your death.
Yeah, he is planning my death. I'm sure he is.
I'm making him crack up so he dies. I've made him fall off the train.
No, I will accept responsibility for that. This is supposed to be an easy game too. Most people are like, "Oh yeah, I finished it in 2 hours," but like for some reason
There's someone who's been speedrunning it, and they're almost at 15 minutes.
Oh, I believe it. It actually is a really easy game. I'm just not getting the feel for it. I'm making a lot of bad timing decisions, but I think it's also because I'm trying to talk to you guys.
Skips for the game for speedrunning?
There's a few.
There are, yeah.
Yeah.
In the form of those boxes that open up, I think, right?
There are a few. There are a few like you can move some things, and usually there are these spell books, magic books behind them, helps you skip the level.
Oh yeah.
There's also a few glitches in at least the attic level that you can use. So, but I'm not so knowledgeable about the glitches, unfortunately.
So, I'll tell you. Okay, my main criticism of this game. This is the one thing that bothers me, is that you cannot jump on enemies' heads. You know, you sustain damage from jumping on enemies' heads, so that is a bummer.
Yeah, it's definitely not the Mario sort of.
I mean, it's like a really standard convention, you know, of platforming games. So it really throws you off if you're. And I mean, to be fair, like a contemporary game. Would be the on the Super Nintendo, the Donkey Kong Country games, right? And with those games, they're very similar. They're a lot of digitized, pre-rendered graphics. It's kind of a 2.5D thing going on. You can you can pick up and throw objects, but you can bounce on enemies' heads, you know? So much like almost pretty much every other platforming game. It follows that convention, and so that is the thing that always trips me up with this game, is that you can't jump on enemies' heads.
Yeah, I always, when I was a kid, my favorite game was Sonic.
Right.
That was the thing I loved the most. Second was probably Clockwork Knight, but the one I loved the most was Sonic. So I do understand what you mean by that. I kind of liked Clockwork Knight though when I was a kid because it was a little bit different to the other platforms.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I understand the criticism.
It's a good thing. I guess it's a good thing, but it's just hard to get used to, is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did have a question for you, Tonga. With Sonic now, do you still go back for the PAL version, or do you play the NTSC version now?
I've been playing the NTSC versions since probably like '98, I think, because I played Sonic Jam. I played Sonic Jam. And from what I remember, even the PAL versions of those were all fixed for 60. Well, you know, the Sega Saturn was still 50, but the speed was corrected in Sonic 1, I believe. But my dad also had had emulators when I was a child, like a Genesis and K Genesis. So I used to play them in 60 frames a second.
Okay, so you used to 60 frames to begin with, then, right?
Yeah, when I was a kid, like 5 and stuff, I remember it being slow, and then played on the emulator and on Sonic Jam, and it was a lot better.
So
yeah,
Peter,
I was always curious if there was like a huge discourse in the British retro gaming scene or the European gaming scene where it's like, oh no, the true version is the PAL one. Oh no, the true version is the sort of like sub and dubbed of Japanese.
It kind of, because I mean, some games they actually made sure to fix them so that they ran at a correct speed or somewhat a correct speed. But others, it was kind of like a little bit of a shock when it suddenly everything was faster all of a sudden. So yeah.
You're talking about PAL optimization versus like unoptimized.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, I know. What am I gonna do? Ah, there we go. Oh,
Like Sonic 2, they didn't necessarily correct the speed of the game, but they
there we
corrected
go.
the music, so it played at full speed. So.
Oh yeah.
Like Sonic 3, they corrected the speed of the game as well. So.
Oh, nice. So Sonic 3 was optimized?
From what I remember, yeah. So,
Oh,
I remember
nice.
running full speed even compared to my emulators.
Oh, yeah. There's
pretty
so
cool,
many of
though.
these helicopters. Oh, here we go. Oh no! Assassinated. And you know the funny thing is, it's like you get one, and then the other one. It's like if the hitbox is really weird. You got to get like the bottom part of the helicopter. You can't get the top part, or it won't. All right, I gotta hop over this thing. Get that guy. I don't know what I'm doing. Ah, come on.
Yeah, sometimes they come at weird angles.
They sure do. And I have one gear here. It's just this is literally just me trying to survive, rather than
trying to not die horribly.
trying to not
Keep
die.
the dream alive.
Yes, try to not die. Versus
Gotta keep the dream alive.
Gotta live in the city for that one.
No, we are. We're living in Kevin's Room City.
really wish I could just figure out the trick to
But
this.
Dave is just trying to survive.
Seriously. You got to survive
Gotta keep the
that dream alive. Where everything is not
doing
free.
Clockwork Knight karaoke.
That's right.
Yep. We're about to do some Chumbawamba?
So wait, that song about everything being free, you got to keep the dream alive. Is that just like talking about like living on welfare or something?
No.
Living in the
It's about
city on
COVID-19.
welfare.
Yeah.
It's about what now?
COVID-19.
COVID-19. Yeah. Where
Yes.
everything is free. Can't you see?
Man, so good.
I follow TJ Davis's Twitter. She posts some funny
Nice.
stuff sometimes.
Gotta get her on the cast one of these days.
I know. Well, I
Miss
tried.
Davis, please come on the cast.
I
I'm
tried
not part
reaching
of
out.
it, but it's fine.
I actually reached out to her and John Burton at the same time. Like I was like, it would be so great if you guys could both come on and talk about Sonic R. That would be awesome.
Did you tweet at them or did you just send them an email?
I sent them an email and a Facebook message, and then I got a PR thing back from TJ Davis's Facebook that said you need to reach out to her through Twitter. So I did, and I haven't heard back.
She belongs to
Yeah.
someone else's
Yeah.
like stream.
Oh, so here's the guy that kills me.
Yeah.
Let's try this.
I
out.
actually had a similar incident with I guess spoilers. I actually was trying to get in contact with what's his name? Crap. He's the guy that did the Michael Jackson Sonic 3 soundtrack with him. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he had this.
Brad Buxer.
Yeah, he actually has a band in like right next to the town I live in, called the Jetsons. That were, I guess, were big in the Phoenix area or the Tempe area in Arizona.
Yeah.
And yeah, apparently I actually ordered. They released a single of that song, "Hard Times," that were based off of the Ice Cap Zone. And I guess they released a vinyl single. And when I ordered it, it gave me the option for a local pickup, and I saw the address was actually in Phoenix. So I did it. And I tried to. It was during the COVID thing. but-
Jumped on that guy's head.
Yeah, I sent like two message to the record company. I actually went to their headquarters as well, and they basically said just try to reach out to the record company again. So he's a hard man to get a hold of for sure.
Brad.
But yeah, that's just you know how it goes in the world of media.
You know who's not?
Just be like me. You could just go to Japan and drink with the composer of the Clockwork Knight song.
Yeah, that would be
You could do
rad.
that.
You could do that if you were very smart, I guess.
Hey, I'll buy you drinks. Come out with me. All right.
So you know who's not hard to get a hold of is Trip Hawkins. He's like very public on his Facebook profile. He's like tweeting and sharing out Facebook posts. I'm like, wow. But he's like, please stop asking me questions about 3DO. I don't.
To be fair though, I mean, I actually have him on Facebook as well, and he basically was just like, made a whole post about it, right?
Yeah, he's like, well, people ask me this all the time, so I guess here's a fact. I guess, like, here's an explanation. But, that's more than... No, I don't. Leave me alone. He's like, I haven't had proximity to the brand in, like, almost decades.
2 decades.
Yeah. This is really frustrating. I'm not going to lie. This robot should be so much easier than it is.
It's so cool that he's so open to the public, though. Even if he's asking people to not ask too much 3DO.
Well, like, he's not asking them to not ask. He's just like, since so many of you guys are asking, here's an answer.
Oh, okay.
It's not like he got mad about it. In fact, he's been posting a lot lately. I've been surprised at how...
He's got nothing to do.
Well, no, that's not true. I mean, he had digital chocolate, and now he's got some kind of a educational... He and Tom Kalinske are both involved in, like, a educational thing.
Oh, that's fair enough. I was saying because of COVID-19.
Sure. Well, yeah, no. Yeah, I bet that's part of it. Yeah. Everybody's pretty much got nothing to do now.
It's like a reverse Kamiya.
I mean, look at us. We're streaming Clockwork Knight.
That's what true kings do.
We're the kings of Leon.
Getting the... Oh, did I do it? I did it. Oh my god. I'm celebrating like what is normally probably a very easy accomplishment. Hey, I'll take it. That was hard fought.
Everything is cool. Except your wins as you get them.
Yeah.
Dave just keeps picking up those L's.
I keep picking up those L's.
He's picking up them toys.
The lighting on me is really bad. I just realized.
Slipping all over that kitchen now.
Let me just see here. I'm going to try.
Spotlights on you.
Configure video.
Do you have any like lights, like a flashlight or something?
There's a flashlight. I just upped the exposure, and you guys will see it probably in like 5 minutes from now.
12, but that works.
Yeah. All right. So how many coins will you wager? I've got 41 41 bottle caps or whatever they are. So I'm just gonna go all in.
Remember, kids, gambling is good.
Remember, kids.
All right. Let's see here. Okay. There it is on the left.
These were the original microtransactions.
Yeah, basically. Now, I think it's this one. Could be wrong. Nope.
How many did you bet? 15?
Yeah.
In the Japanese version, he says, if you're a real man, bet 15 crowns.
Man, just encouraging gambling for all these kiddies.
Yeah, it's saying, oh, a real
okay,
man.
The one in the middle. Here he goes.
It's kind of funny how, gambling is sort of, I guess, more normalized in Japan than it is in
I
the
don't
United
think
States.
I got it. Oh, I got it. Yes. That was lucky.
I know Pokemon, it was big. I mean, that's in the US game, but they took it out of the remake of Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. The gambling on that.
It's like, it's like looked down upon. So
I think it's going to get faster.
Way of gambling in Japan with pachinko, and then what if they win there? They trade for money in a different place. It's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of funny. Not to mention all the horse betting games for all the consoles, all the add-ons. Like I think all the way through the NES, all the way through the NES, there's a way to bet on horses.
Ouch, that hurt. I lost it all.
I imagine they did that here, except with like dog races or something.
Oh, that'd be something, huh?
Speaking of, have you guys played Winning Post?
No.
No.
I'm not.
You're like, I don't like. No, it's not, but it's a Koei title, and I'm not a big fan of Koei titles. They tend to be a little bit involved and somewhat
Is that
boring.
the one with that cheesy gambling game for the US Saturn? Like
It's a horse racing game. No, that's Virtual Casino, and that game rocks. That's a Natsume. Yeah, no, I like that.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that game. Natsume is serious fun. You should know that, Pat. No, but
I love Natsume.
Yeah.
Natsume. I didn't know they did that one. Though.
Yep, they did.
I thought it was either Atlas or Koei.
No, Atlas only did 3 games in the U.S. They did Lunacy. They did. Oh, this is slip. These countertops are slippery. That's right.
Yeah, man. You're
So,
slipping all over them.
what's that crazy random generated game? The one that Ben Boyd loves so much. The one everybody hates with Dracula in it, and you're looking at the guy's backside the whole time. Why can't I think of it?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what is it?
I don't know. I just know what you're talking about. Leave me alone.
It's an Atlas game.
I never heard of it. I'll probably look it up though.
No, you've heard of it.
Was there ever a Shin Megami Tensei game that released on the Saturn?
In Japan, there was Soul Hackers. There was not a Persona game, but there was like, let's see, there was Soul Hackers and what else? Oh, I have to continue again.
Dude, Atlas released a ton of games for the Saturn.
Yeah, in Japan they did.
At least
Yeah,
you're
that's what I meant.
only at the
On-
beginning. Have to continue.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to see Shin Megami Tensei.
Hydlide, Virtual Hydlide is what I was thinking of. So
Oh,
you had
I hate that
Lunacy, you
game.
had Virtual Hydlide, and then there was one more Atlas game. It was a racing game. It was like not Shitoku Battle. It was like, I think it was a cave game. I'm not sure. Now I can't think of it.
They couldn't even give us something like Gunbird or one of the Dawn Pachi games.
Yeah, I know, right? But I just love Atlas, so I had to get those games, the US long box versions of those games.
At least that Sega made up for it with the Dreamcast. Well, ups they missed.
For sure.
That system is basically like shmups.
Okay, you have to like bounce at the bottom of it, of that scale, and then it.
Yeah, you just gotta time it right.
Yeah,
That's all.
everything. Timing is everything in this game. I just want to say,
Yeah.
it really is, and I will say that's where a lot of the replay. I think that's where a lot of the replay value comes, because you could get really good at this if you spend the time and you memorize the levels and you get good at the timing. The controls feel great. They really do. Even this slippy slidey thing, which is, it's a trope in platform gaming, is that a slick surface would be slippery. It's not overdone. It doesn't feel like this is impossibly hard. Like I can turn around and kind of control my character well enough to. So I don't feel like the deaths are cheap. I just think it's me, really. I don't have the timing down. Like even that right there fell off that platform.
Gonna blame input lag or anything?
No, I'm using a Japanese D-pad wired, so I really have no excuse. Tut. Yeah.
You know, if you use the US pad, you get a bonus.
You get a bonus.
It detects the pad inserted and is like, oh, this is the good pad.
You know
so
what's
we're gonna
funny?
Give you like 3 extra lives.
No, it's not the good pad, all right?
It is not.
Let's not mince our words
yeah,
here.
we won't mince our words.
Let's not make a mistake.
Let me
while
tell you
we're
something.
recording,
I'll tell you
No,
something.
I meant that's what the game thinks, not what I think.
So
listen. No, you can't take this back once you say it. So
somebody
let's be careful.
somebody posted in one of the groups. They're trying to take the guts out of one of the Retrobit controllers and pop it into the US shell. Like the US pad shell, and that is the first.
Why?
But why? I don't know, because I guess they have nostalgia for that particular thing. But I've never actually taken one of those open. I've never opened one, so I didn't know that the PCB is split out into 3 parts. It's crazy. It literally looks like a Frankenstein job. Yeah, it's really weird. I've never seen one of those things opened up. The PCB on the Japanese pad looks totally normal, like what you would expect inside.
It's just one solid piece.
Just one solid piece, just like a Nintendo controller or I don't know, any other controller. But
that's probably what they did. They just took a hacksaw and cut the board into 3 pieces.
No.
This will make it work properly.
No, but it's a completely proprietary board too. Like it's a completely different PCB. It's so weird. It makes me.
They should reach out for the one company that did the Xbox Duke controller and have that.
Yeah. The Duke, yeah.
There's just so many pads nowadays. It's like I don't know why anybody would want to go back to using that pad. Like I mean, not even mentioning the Retrobit ones. They have the new USB adapter. You can hook up they're coming out with by Brook. That's going to be able to hook up to, you know, fight sticks and USB controllers and Bluetooth controllers.
Okay, what do I do here where the heat? Okay, do I jump on the stove and then just? Okay, yeah, I do. Never mind. I answered my own dumb question. You're like, man,
you've got slippery surfaces.
Yeah, and then you got
heat levels on the counter slow you down.
Slip and slide.
Oh, nice. But the enemies, if they get burned on the stove, all's fair. So that's good. I like justice. Oh, but I just got burned. I had that coming to me. What happens here? Okay, can I drop down there or will I die? Right after the stoves, there's like some timers and then a life, but there's like a crevasse.
Oh, so you should have pushed the bar of soap and ridden on that, and then you could have jumped up after getting the.
Where was the bar of soap? I didn't even see a bar of soap.
It was a pink bar of soap by
oh, fine.
Stoves.
I didn't see it. I wasn't paying attention, I guess.
Rest in peace.
Oh, that's hard to time, or it's hard to anticipate how it's gonna. So can you basically move your character in midair when you're jumping for the letters? I just try to do a long jump and see where I land, but
if you think you can like slightly move to a different direction, you can try that. Yeah.
Okay. Kind of like those asphalt games where you can move your car midair.
You can do that in a real car, trust me.
Yeah, but you don't do that, Dave.
A billion times.
You put out a sail. You put out like a wind sail. You can move your car.
You do that. You don't like rotate it.
All right, so
this
now.
guy just doesn't know what he's doing.
No, I don't.
Ridiculous.
All right, so here's the faucet. Yeah, no. See, now I should have been able to get that guy on the move, but I didn't. Peter, you're like, this is frustrating watching. Come on. Get on top of it.
Name the video once it goes live on YouTube. Dave fails at playing Clockwork Knight.
Dave fails at playing.
There's lots of cans of Iowa corned beef.
Yeah. Maybe they're just big fans of corned beef. Corned beef's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, but why is it in the sink?
I mean, you gotta warm it up somehow. I mean, that's how you. I know you boil corned beef. That's what I usually do.
Yeah, but it's just full cans unopened.
I do not boil corned beef. I don't even know if I eat corned beef. I guess I fry it up like in a hash or something, but
you can have it cold in sandwiches.
Yeah.
I like corned beef in the sandwiches, but you gotta. Well, we used to boil it. What we do now is we put it in like a slow cooker and cook it.
Right.
Because it's like pretty tough if you don't.
Whoa, this is slippery too. Damn it. This is slippery.
You're fighting Chef de Popat.
That is a chef, like a toy chef.
Toy chef, yeah.
Okay, he's pretty creepy.
Chef de Popat.
Pol Pot, like the communist leader, or the dictator.
I don't know. P-O-P-O-T.
Oh, Pol Pot. Okay, that is totally a play on a murdering dictator.
He's the one that makes those cakes at the little girls' tea parties.
No, what did he do?
Listen, you need to just leave the guy alone.
I just need to leave him.
He's just trying to be a chef, all right?
Yeah. He's like, why?
He's just trying to make a living for his
tea
family.
blade. Wait, you have a Keyblade. Does that mean technically you're part of the Kingdom Hearts canon?
Oh man, yeah. You technically are a precursor to the Kingdom Hearts canon.
You gotta get Mickey after this, or whatever. I don't know. I never played.
Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do for this guy.
Well, actually, I lied. I did.
It's just very slippery.
Like
this level's very slippery.
And then you just keep hitting him.
Yeah, but he keeps hitting me.
You gotta avoid the pot as it comes back. You gotta jump.
That is easier said than done. Let me tell you.
Listen, you just do a running jump.
Okay, I'm running. I'm running a lot. I'm jumping. I'm both running and jumping. There is a lot of running and jumping going on. Okay.
You know when he's on his side and
yes.
you're hitting him.
I'm trying to just.
You just gotta time it right. You just gotta be a good guy.
You just gotta be good. That's what everybody says to me. Just get good.
You just gotta be a good person.
You just gotta be good at games.
Just for once in your life, be a good person. You'll be fine. I amuse myself.
Well, I'm glad at least you amuse yourself.
Yeah, and I'm not amusing anyone else, so it's fine.
Oh, you are in a way. It's amusing.
Oh,
that was the. I felt like I was there. I felt like I had something going on there.
It's not like when you were on a drug trip and I feel like I was there. But really, I was just
well, I just feel like I was on a roll, and then that ended abruptly.
Yeah, you know a lot about rolling or something.
Rolling. What is it from Tokyo Extreme Racer? Rolling guy?
Tokyo bus guy.
Oh, I was gonna say rocking and rolling. Beating Dr.
You need to jump over the part when it's like shoving you to the side like that.
Oh really?
You need to not. Yeah, run and jump over that.
Okay, but
you need to not
right now I need
crush you.
Right now I need to get him as much as I can.
Yes.
And then when it comes back, I thought that I could. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The controls are a little delayed here. Because of the slippy slidey.
Yeah, you gotta fix up.
You gotta get good.
You gotta get good.
Okay, so here he comes. Here he comes. He's bouncing.
Right, yeah, go ahead.
No, I hit him right now. You're telling me I'm supposed to hit him right there where he's doing the twisty pot thing?
I don't know. No, not when he's doing the twisty pot. No, I'm behind.
Okay, I think I did it. Yeah, he's deflating.
He's farting and just going around the room.
He ate too many beans. Too many beans in his COVID victory garden.
Too many beans killed the clock.
And I'm booking it to the next area, which appears to be under the sofa. I don't know. Oh yeah, I'm going to the attic.
Yeah. Yes, it's under the sofa. Yeah.
The entrance to the attic is under the sofa.
I don't think it is. I just think it was just repurposed CG.
Yep. Okay. I'll go for the one in the back. And I missed it. I lost it. It's so fast. Well, not only is it fast, but it's like not true 3D, you know, because it's like sprite manipulation. So
yes.
So it's like really hard to follow.
When I was younger, I used to be able to follow it quite well. But,
I'm sure.
Recently, I haven't been able to. So I got old.
Okay, we all did.
Except me, I'm gonna be young for.
How old are you now?
28.
Yeah, we're in the over 30 club.
Well, I'm 29.
Oh, you're 29? Okay, never mind.
Oh,
you
wow.
guys are babies.
I guess yeah, we're both younger.
I'm gonna be 30 in January. So.
Oh, nice.
I'm playing it safe.
I'm playing it safe. New Year.
Bet just 5. Oh, she wants me to go again. No.
Well, hopefully everything will be open by July, so you can be able to party it up.
Hey man, the last big movie before everything shut down was the Sonic movie. So, yeah.
Wow, what a way to go out.
Just
Yeah.
beating all the box office records. It's just like, okay.
It's true, yeah,
cool.
it did.
Yeah.
It did
Apparently
very
there's
well.
nothing else that's coming out until July.
Man.
So
I
that
went
kind
to
of
see that with my wife. And that's, it was pretty okay.
pretty okay.
Were you talking
Yeah,
about the
it's
Sonic
pretty okay.
movie? Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Sonic movie.
I thought it was
pretty
good.
okay,
Yeah, I thought it was good.
I wasn't
for what it
expecting I
was.
wasn't expecting it to be like a, like a really deep movie or anything.
yeah. No,
I was
exactly.
expecting it to be. I mean,
Hey, it was better
expecting,
than the Super Mario Brothers movie, right?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I think.
Man,
I think-
Yoshi got stabbed in that movie.
Yeah. But maybe that was for the best.
It was better than, let's see. I think it was better than Detective Pikachu. I might,
I
get
wouldn't
some.
know. I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
The thing is, I think
wouldn't
Detective
see it.
Pikachu, like kiddish on purpose.
Yeah, but
Well,
my
this
my
one
6-year-old
seemed
liked
more
it. My 6-year-old liked it better than Detective Pikachu. So that's kind of
Well,
the.
Well,
You
that's 'cause
having
you
a
raised him.
6-year-old.
You raised him as the the Sega kid. He's gonna go to school, but like, you play. What's a Sega? You play the
What are you
Saturn?
talking
Nah.
about, Pat? He's like obsessed with
You like
Pokemon.
Clockwork Knight?
No, he's obsessed with Pokemon though. He
Oh,
really
yeah,
is.
that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, he is obsessed with Pokemon. I would say he likes Pokemon more than Sonic. Maybe that's why he's more critical of the Pokemon movie, because it didn't like do it for him. I don't know.
The Pokemon one kind of had
I
some
don't-
weird angles to it. The only thing I didn't like about Sonic is that hotel scene was pretty bad. That was the low point in the movie for me.
But he was in a towel, sitting seductively. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't
Not
like that?
sound Yeah, okay.
That was actually a really low
Alright,
point in the movie.
Thanks, Peter, for letting us know. That's great. Thanks.
Yeah, it's just part of me dying on the end. Don't mind me. I'm
Oh, this is it.
gonna.
COVID didn't get me, but what you just said might. So,
Yeah, pretty much my deathbed at this point. So thanks, Dave. Pete.
we'll
What
have
is
a
going
live
on?
death on the Shiro podcast.
Oh, that's cheap.
I've death on film.
Oh, there was a little there was like a crack that you had to jump over, and I got stuck there. That was cheap.
Yeah, Carl Lavery said, "I enjoyed the Sonic movie. My 3-year-old son watched days in a row when I bought it."
Look at all you people having kids. This is why you don't have time for Clockwork Knight.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I
Oh,
don't have any
absolutely.
kids, so I don't have an excuse.
You're just
Well,
the
actually, no.
worst.
Technically, I do have kids. I have 2 of them. They're called Sega Saturn Shiro and the Spirit Hunters.
That's not a kid.
Yeah, but I have those kids too. No, or I don't have.
That's just.
You don't have the
That's
Spirit
a
Hunters.
I don't have the
I mean,
Spirit
you can
Hunters.
join it,
That's
but,
true. No, it's okay. I'm not a Yu Yu Hakusho.
Well, we're doing Hunter x Hunter now.
Oh.
You Haku guy.
Listen, you keep your daydream generation to yourself, alright? I don't wanna know about that.
We are fighting people.
Oh, you got to wind up these pocket watches, I guess. These alien pocket watches.
It's alien pocket watches.
Well, that's what they're like trying to eat you. They look like
Pocket.
piranha plants or something.
I think they're chain snakes.
Oh, they're chain snakes.
With the drains.
Oh, is that what they are? I thought they were
Yeah,
pocket
yeah.
watches. And
No,
I thought I
that's
was
why
winding
they're,
them up. Oh, this guy's cheap. This guy is cheap. He looks like
You can pick them up,
Well, I can't because he's got that little pointy thing on his shield.
When you no the chain snake things.
Oh.
When you stun them, you can pick them up and use them to hit other enemies.
I gotcha. Okay, well.
Yeah, you can carry some enemies to and just kill other enemies as you run along. It's pretty nice.
Nice.
Yep. I'm sorry for slurring over my words.
Maybe
That's cool.
Pat
I'm
should have
taking in
streamed
taking
this
in
game.
Alcohol. I'm sorry.
Oh, what are you drinking? I'll pretend that I'm drinking with
Whiskey
you.
and
Oh, nice.
Coca-Cola.
There you go. Jack and Coke.
Yeah, this is 25 years, so We're drinking. It's fine.
I'll get my drink on later. It's still what? I don't know. Like 1, 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it's a little bit early to get crunk, so.
Yeah.
Guys are just wusses. That's all it is. You're scared your wives are gonna beat you.
Oh,
my
I
wife.
don't think I'll have that problem, but maybe.
Yes, you will. I said you will.
You said, Patrick doesn't. Yeah,
It's
his
like-
wife
no,
is
it's like
his
I walk outside
BVM.
and I have and like my wife, Peter's been replaced by my wife.
Patrick has a waifu. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't tell them about Evangelion.
His body pillow.
He's
His
got-
body pillow.
His body
body
pillow.
Mad.
You cannot jump on people in this game. That kills me every
You need to
time.
stop trying to jump on people.
I need to
right?
stop trying to jump people.
This isn't Donkey Kong Country. This
You
is
trying to jump people?
yeah. He's like trying
Alright,
to
that's
jump
it.
people with his giant keyblade.
Stop
He's
blowing
like,
them up.
okay, real wallets, keys, and phone.
You can pick them up and throw them at those teddy bears that are, causing you trouble.
Alright, so here's the dude with the shield. You have to hit him 3 times, you said. And then you get him underneath, but you don't because he backs off. He's cheap.
You need to be in it to win it, right?
Yeah, I'm not.
He's in it to
that's my
beat
advice.
this game at some determinate point.
Well, there's this level, then the next, then a boss, then the final boss.
Oh,
So,
you know what? Okay, so I think there's like some running involved here because when they back off, you're supposed to
yeah,
die.
if you, when you run, if you jump, they'll start running backwards. But if you jump, there are spikes above your head. So
Yeah, I've got that.
that's why wouldn't I, jump? Yeah.
You might as well jump.
No.
No, there was no Van Halen.
Well, we have
Don't
Roth in
even.
the chat,
Don't
so
do it. Oh,
Sorry. he
as if I didn't get that enough in the 3rd grade.
Hey, I got Patrick Star in school, so
Did you?
I get it. Yeah.
Patrick
It's like
Star.
literally, oh, Patrick Star.
Okay,
It's like,
see,
wow, I haven't
I got how
heard
to.
that 25 times in a row.
I figured out how to be aggressive with these guys. Yep,
Being
it works.
aggressive.
Yeah, you gotta hit them 3 times, and then you kind of have to run after them while they back off, so that you.
You keep your bedroom behavior to yourself, alright? We don't need to know about this.
TMI, Dave. TMI.
I'm just saying for the
Yeah,
people
what the hell?
watching who are wondering why it looks harder than it should be.
Well,
That's
I don't want to
why.
know why it looks harder than it should be, right?
Oh,
I don't want to know that. You keep it to yourself.
You
Thanks.
guys are terrible.
Listen, Clockwork Night After Dark. I wasn't lying.
Clockwork
Yeah.
Night After Dark.
I absolutely hate these rooms where it's like the giant spikes where there's one level that'll kill you and the other one that is the safety or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
cool.
like
You can-
Mega Man had that concept and I always hated it because I always died horribly.
So how do you
Mega
get that
Crush.
dynamite guy to blow up? How do you get him to blow up? Oh, okay. He says 1 now. So he's just waiting to blow
Right,
up.
so you can just move. You can just like stay away from him and blow up. Or
I
you can
gotcha.
pick him up and throw him.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, stun him and throw him.
Stun him and throw him.
Man.
So
Treat 'em
Dave, I had
mean,
a
keep 'em
question
mean.
about your. I actually wanted to talk about the playlist that you had.
Yeah.
The music one they made. That one actually was pretty sweet. I was listening to that like last week.
Awesome.
So is that mostly just a lot of songs that you like, that all of the songs that you like, or is that just songs that you think fit better, even if you're not like a big fan of them?
They are everything. It was just 1994 and 1995, like the beginning. So it was just basically music to go along with the US's launch. So that's everything that was like. If you go down the playlist, you'll notice it's not all grunge or alternative. There's rap. There's like Beastie Boys. There's Big E. There's there's a bunch of British. There's like Space Hog. There's
Aerosmith.
I forgot Sonic Youth. I forgot to put some Sonic Youth in there, but there's like, darn it, these guys are gonna blow me up. What else was there?
Sonic Youth is pretty good. I
What
like that.
what's the Oasis? There was Oasis. There was but
Well,
mostly
you know what, Dave? You're my Wonderwall.
mostly grunge stuff up at the top, and that's just because that's what was topping the charts.
Yeah.
at that time. So I was trying to create like a time capsule of, you know, putting people musically in that mindset. And actually, some of those and I went with music videos over just simple playlists because like the Soundgarden music videos were so trippy, and they had all those like facial distortion things going on, which is very similar to like the Head for Saturn video. You know, that
maybe they were stuck in that mindset for the music video, the freak out, weird, distortion-y.
Yeah, I think like if you watch the Head for Saturn thing with all the attitude and the, you know, the theater of the eye, it was all about, you know,
that was totally they asked for that to be done by them.
It was like an acid trip, you know, which is very much like a lot of those music videos back then were like an acid trip.
It's just obscure.
You know, they were just trying to be shocky, and
even look at cartoons back then and stuff.
Yep.
They all had that kind of weird stuff going. So you know.
That reminds me, I should probably add like a Flaming Lips song on there. I don't think I saw one on there. I think they'd probably be perfect for that sort of weird out.
But it had to be 1994 though, so because I did keep it, so I didn't like do Nirvana stuff that came out off Nevermind because that was 91, 92, you know.
Yeah, too early.
So it was too early.
Well, I know that. I could have sworn that Flaming Lips dropped something in '94, but I might have been thinking of the was it the transmission from the Satellite Heart or whatever?
Yeah, I didn't really tell anybody what my rules are, you know, what my you know, my own personal rules for making that playlist was, other than, you know, I wanted it to be like a 94, 95 time capsule basically. I think it did.
It was still fascinating though.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot.
Green Day obviously are just as big as they ever were. They were like topping that chart.
Yeah. I mean, even some of the artists you put like Biggie, I mean, he's still, you know, years gone, but he's still like one of the biggest rappers in the game, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, he's out of the game now, but you know.
Yeah,
what I mean, like,
that year.
Sega Genesis.
Exactly. So you had Biggie, and then you also had Snoop. That year, like, put out huge rap albums that kind of changed the face of rap. I'd say quite a bit.
East Coast, West Coast move.
Yep. I cannot get past this.
You can do it.
I can do it.
At the end.
I know. I'm trying to just rush it and just get through it.
You gotta slow down. Sometimes.
Yeah, it kind of makes me wish I was like more conscious back in the day, because I think I was like 3 when the Saturn dropped in the US.
Yeah, I don't blame you for not. I mean, I don't remember a lot of stuff from when I was 3. My first console was technically an Atari 2600. But it was just,
nice.
Yeah, well, it was my dad's, and it sat in the closet, and I had no idea what a game console was. So I was just like, what is this thing that just sits in the closet? And they ended up giving it away, to be honest with you, which is kind of sucks. But then we got a Sega Genesis, and the rest is history.
You guys would probably never be able to guess what my first console was in a million years.
It was a Sega Pico.
Yep, you're right. Dave's right.
I know, patty cakes.
I think I told Dave.
The CDI.
Yeah, but my first console was the Sega Pico. I got it when I was like 3 or something, or 4.
These guys are so
And I played the
cheap.
hell out of that. And that was my first experience with the Saturn.
Who tricked your parents into getting that?
I think my mom.
Sega.
She had a friend that probably was getting rid of it, or she got it like at a rummage sale or something.
Sega tricked them into thinking that was a worthwhile.
It's like,
it was actually a good console though.
Richard Scary.
Yeah, that was my first game.
I had a game with that on the CDI.
Alright.
It was like Richard Story best town ever or something like that.
I thought the CDI
I played the hell out of that game, so
the CDI looked so cool.
Her money was worth of that.
In the in demo, like store demos, I'll admit, like the CDI looked really cool. And then like now you realize what it was.
Yeah.
But I remember seeing it in a store, and there was this magician game on it. There's like this Magic Max or something. I forget what it was called.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Magician Lord. I was like, I think that was the Neo Geo.
No, that actually was a good game.
Yeah, I like Magician Lord. That game is sick.
Yeah, that's the difference between an actual good game.
But yeah, no, I never. Unfortunately, I never really was too aware back then. I think the the most aware I remember is the N64, like waiting to get Majora's Mask and stuff. But that was like
Cannot.
You will never know how it feels to get a Sega Saturn. Rest in peace.
I mean, I knew how it felt when I got it like in 2015, but you know,
Yeah.
back in the day, probably not.
It was.
I mean, you just fell through the floor when you died. That was weird.
Yeah, it was weird. That was like glitchy. Peter, did you get one on launch?
No.
What did
got
you?
one in, I think it would have been late 96, very early 97.
Okay.
We actually traded in part with a PlayStation.
You
together.
really? You traded a PlayStation? What was
Yes.
going on with your PlayStation experience that made you do that?
I'm not sure if Crash Bandicoot had come out yet, and we didn't have that many games for it, so.
And what was there?
I
You
think
just.
And eventually we did get a PlayStation again. When we got that, we just mucked it and just had like hundreds of games for no reason.
That's pretty sweet. Did you get that put in, or did somebody in your family put that in your?
I think my dad put that in.
Oh wow, he went to the store, bought a little soldering iron, and put that thing together.
Well, my dad was always there doing things with computers and stuff, even in the 80s. So.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Is anybody watching this anymore?
Yeah,
we got
watching.
8 people.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
Yeah, my dad's computers were always like ones he built himself and stuff. So. Because it was a lot cheaper then, especially back then. It was a lot cheaper to buy the parts yourself than buy one.
Yeah, because like I remember seeing prices. It's like $4,000 for just like a basic computer. Personally, I thought the
pirating software.
Yeah, personally, I thought you guys basically just lived off of the BBC Micros, the ZX Spectrums, and
Atari ST,
and the the Amigas throughout the 90s.
Acorn. No, that was more like the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're a decade off.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is, Pat. Like a lot of this is, you watch these videos and you got to get the time right. It was.
I know. I'm making fun of it because of the 10-year behind thing.
So Pat, you had a Pico, and then you got a Dreamcast, and that was kind of like.
No, I had a Pico, then I had a Game Gear, then I had a Nintendo 64, then a Dreamcast.
Did you go blind?
What your console journey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
I think because my mom bought the Sega Game Gear from somebody, like that was in her office or something, just gave that to me, so that was kind of cool.
Your mom was just always buying just old, like, second-hand consoles. That's cool.
I mean, that's the way you gotta do when you don't have a lot of money.
No, I agree. I completely agree. I think it's cool. You know, it's
yeah.
It's cool that she thought of you like that and just thought, oh, he so.
She still does it to this day. Like I remember she'd go to Goodwill or the secondhand charity shops, and pick up like a games like, hey, I picked this up. Do you need it? Or like, hey, I saw this. Do you need it? Or like she'll get me like nice. Go to yard sailing. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's great.
But yeah, no, but
I'm saying that's genuinely great.
Yeah, I'm really thankful for her, and I definitely give her something good for Mother's Day for sure. But yeah, no, it's just a bizarre, like I tell people.
Oh no, I'm gonna die.
Kind of
I went right through the floor. Oh, and started over again. This is terrible.
Close to the end of the level.
Yeah, I bet I was too. It felt like it. This is terrible.
How much more of this game you got left?
Not a lot.
This level that he's on right now, and he's got another level, then a boss, and then the final boss.
Yeah. And I've got 0 lives here. And my daughter's probably about to wake. Yeah.
You know that part where it had all the guys with the forks, like coming at you just there with the crusher thing coming down on top of you.
Yeah.
And what you just need to do is stun one of those, pick one of them up, and just run forward, and it will destroy all of them in a row. So.
The guys with the forks? What guys are you talking about?
The little helmet guys. They catching.
You have to stun them and throw them at everybody. And that's the problem is I'm having a hard time picking them up.
No, you can just pick them up. You can just pick it up.
By holding B, right?
Yeah, by holding B, and you can just run through them. It will stun the rest of them.
Oh, I completely forgot about that. strange ability. Okay, here we go. Running through.
I'm gonna do it this time.
Okay, I'm gonna hold on to this guy. Ah, there we go. No,
yeah,
nope.
I got pro Arab gamer saying I don't remember the Sega Saturn came out. I was only 5 at the time. My first console was the lovely Sega Genesis, which my mom bought at a yard sale for $20.96.
I mean, to be
one of the best days of my life.
To be completely fair, I don't remember it when it came out either, because when it came out, it was like it flew so low under the radar. They did such a bad job of letting people know that it was out, to be honest with you. So, that sucks.
Yeah,
I was not watching what was above me.
I actually even asked my mom about that, and she's like, yeah, I don't remember a Sega Saturn at all back in the day. Like, she got me the Sega stuff.
I don't know if I want to keep doing this.
I guess she never saw the Saturn stuff, but maybe that's for the best. As harsh as that sound.
Yeah.
And 64 instead.
I mean, like, I became aware of the Saturn when Knights came around, and I guess I was already aware of Daytona USA in the arcades, but it was at the point where all this cool stuff was coming out for the PlayStation, and there was like Ridge Racer, but I was thinking like, well, wait a second, there's Ridge Racer in the arcade, and then there's Ridge Racer on a console, so does that mean that there's like Daytona on a console? So I went looking for Daytona on a console, and that's what kind of brought me to the Saturn. Just like you, just like Pat, I guess it was Virtual On that kind of made you aware of the Saturn. So you were looking. I was like, oh, is there a console version of Daytona? Because that game is way better than Ridge Racer. At least it is, in my opinion.
How that worked out. So is, us looking for some arcade of the Saturn. Or a arcade port of a game that we want to really play.
Right.
So I think that's really funny. It's like, it goes to show like Sega power in the arcades.
Yeah. So I guess it was the fact that I was looking for Daytona, and then when I made the connection that Daytona was running on the same machine that this crazy like Knights game was running on. And Knights had been something that caught my eye and definitely made me do a double take. I was like, okay, this game looks amazing. So
why Knights was never released in an arcade is beyond me.
Oh, are you kidding me? I had that.
If Knights is so great, why is there no Knights 2? Checkmate, Sega theist. Return to Jesus.
There is one. It's on the Wii though.
Yeah, no, we don't. That's not canon.
Listen, you need to just accept that they wanted you to play it.
I don't know if that was actually supposed to be Air Knights, or if we'll ever see what Air Knights was supposed to be. Air
Knights was just a concept.
It was just a concept. So you don't think the motion control was like what it was supposed to be?
I don't know. I've read about it.
The truth is, the truth is, the Wii version could have been good. They just added way too much garbage to it. Yes. It could have been good. I didn't have any.
My dad always loved Knights, and especially when we got it when I was a kid. And I remember a few years ago the figure was released, like the statue was released by Figures. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got him the deluxe version that lights up.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a great gift.
Yeah, he always loved Knights. He always liked the soundtrack, just the way the game played and everything. So.
Alright.
I was saying earlier, we was traded in the PlayStation part towards the Sega Saturn, and he kind of he asked me and my brother if we wanted either a Nintendo 64 or a Sega Saturn.
Right.
And we didn't really know, and he was like, "Oh, Sega Saturn is by the people who make Sonic," and that sold it to me because I played it on the Mega Drive anyway. So
you must have been really disappointed.
No, I like the Sega Saturn, so
I meant in terms of getting that Sonic game.
Oh no, I love Sonic R, so I'm okay with it. Don't worry, I'm cool. I had my Sonic game, so. But Yeah, he explained it like that, but basically I found out down the line that he didn't promote the Nintendo 64 in my head because he wanted to get a Sega Saturn, basically. So by that time, Knights had already come out, and he wanted that.
Slide. But no, hopefully you just did a straight trade for the Saturn, not like partially trade for the.
I think it was only a little bit more, but we got a few games as well. So we took it to a game
Okay,
store.
that's good. I was gonna say, just did a straight trade.
I cannot get through this thing in time. Oh man, that is so hard. I don't know why it's so hard to pick up those guys, but it always feels like it's on my third try that I'm actually able to pick up those guys. Even when I'm just holding B like you're supposed to. You stun them, and then you're supposed to be able to pick them up. And I must be doing something. The way that I'm doing the control must be just not triggering.
I've noticed in this last one you picked him up, but then you threw him instead of just running while holding him.
Yeah, it could be that I'm just not. Okay.
But yeah, my dad also bought a import cart for the Sega Saturns, one of those import cartridges, so we could play games from different regions. And the store we used to buy from a lot of the time was Computer Exchange in the UK. And a lot of the time, the Japanese and American games, like the import versions, they'd been used and stuff, so they were quite cheap to buy. So a lot of our library actually consisted of Japanese games. And so the first Clockwork Knight I played was Clockwork Knight 2, the Japanese version of it. Because my dad saw Clockwork Knight on some video game show. It might have been a show called Cybernet we had in the UK at the time. And he really liked the way the game looked, especially like the animated intro, this full CG intro.
Yeah.
So he picked it up.
A lot of the video game TV shows.
Like a lot of the Clockwork Knight 2 Japanese version, you couldn't really tell just by the way it looked on the cover what one it was, if it was Clockwork Knight 1 or 2. So when you picked it up, it turned out to be Clockwork Knight 2. But we still enjoyed it. Later on, I got a PAL copy of Clockwork Knight 1, but I actually played Clockwork Knight 2 first. It's the Japanese version.
Nice.
Yeah. Just interesting little tidbits, just adding to the chat,
Yeah.
No, I appreciate it, because my gameplay is not adding to the chat.
Oh. We actually got some questions. Hold on. We got the Pro. I didn't know the Saturn existed until my senior year. About 4 years, I was interested in trying the system out and became just circle to have one. I don't think you're alone, but I was also the same with the N64. And that was 4 years ago, apparently. Let's see. How are you? Maxman, how are you? We're doing good. Clockwork Knight.
We are not doing good. We have COVID nights.
Yep.
Oh geez, Dave just went robot on me.
What did I do?
But you sound like a robot.
B-17 bomber.
I give up. I'm gonna give up here. This has become frustrating.
He's been replaced. He's from what are those things from Battlestar Galactica? Replicants?
Oh, is my voice all weird on the stream?
You sound like a robot.
Seriously?
In the chat, though.
Oh, in the chat. Huh.
Oh yeah, you sound like it in the on there too on the.
Well, maybe that is a good sign that we should wrap it up. Because I have.
Yeah, you turned a robot. Arigato, Mr. Dave song.
Is Dave dead?
No, I'm not dead. I'm still here. I guess maybe the
Robot
Oh,
now.
you're a robot. What the?
Arigato, Mr. Robot.
So your microphone for some reason has gone very robot sounding.
Yeah.
All
On the
right.
stream, you know.
On the stream? I don't know.
You sound like some Mattel electronics.
Okay. Okay, well,
Mattel Electronics presents B-17 Bomber. Like that.
Let me see here.
You know, like when you play like some old Sega Genesis game and the voice has been compressed really badly. It's like
Yeah. Go.
How's that? Is it better now?
Oh.
It sounds just like that. Oh my god.
Can you still understand me? All right.
The chat. Neo said the Rex verb pet. I think Steve might be accidentally putting his foot on a vocal pedal to do some wah-wah effects.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope. It's just the internet.
It's become piece of Frampton.
Yeah, it sounds like one of them said it sounds like your mic is interfering with some sort of horror story.
Wow. Okay.
Unplug your mic and plug it back in.
Okay.
Yeah. Try doing that.
I think that let's just call this an ending point then, because
okay.
I gotta get going anyway. It's been a long stream already.
Fair enough.
But I'm glad you can at least understand me saying that. Thanks for joining me, guys.
Yep, thanks for joining.
Sorry, I sucked it so bad, but you know, it was.
I appreciated being invited.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining, Peter.
Yep, we had a good time. Now, if you'll excuse us, we're about to be turned into replicants. So.
Into replicants. All right, Pat, you sign it off.
Right.
Since you don't sound like a replicant.
Yeah. So thanks for watching, guys, and remember, you must play Sega Saturn.